Hey there, Schwermetallisch here. Last time I sat down with the guys of Gross Reality, an American thrash metal band that plays stuff more on the progressive side of things. We had a lot of fun, and I think if you dig my stuff and that kind of music, you will have too. So, yeah, just tune in, have fun, and most important of all, stay safe. One, two, three. Hey there, this is Schwermetallisch. I'm sitting here with the band Gross Reality. Hi guys.
Hi.
How's it going, Dennis? Thanks for having us.
So we are gonna do a little interview today on this. It's a Sunday, but it's not a sunny Sunday in Germany. I don't know
Very
about
sunny
you guys.
here right now. Beautiful North Raleigh, where I'm at.
I googled it again. North Carolina is where you guys at.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Great. So, what I wanted to know for quite some time is who's responsible for the awesome cover artwork of your outputs.
The first one was just, it's a funny story with the first album cover. After practice one night, we just rolled into a bar, to have some grub after practice. And some random guy just turned to me with a picture and said, "Hey, look what this guy did." And it was a guy in front of him. And I was like, "Wow, that's really good." And so we started talking to this guy. And I said, "Hey, we're looking for art for an album cover." And he said, "Yeah." He said, "I can do that." And so it was just completely random that we found this guy for the Overthrow album. And then the second one was a guy named Par Olofsson. I believe he's from, is he from Sweden or Norway?
He's
It's
from
one of
Norway.
those, so it's good.
Par
Norway,
Olofsson.
right. Yeah, Par, and so he's pretty well known, and we just contacted him through Facebook and asked him if he'd like to commission, an album cover, and he said sure, he would do it. It's going to cost you, and it did. But it's well worth it. He did fantastic work.
Yeah,
I think I think it's his latest one that he did that you would know was probably Exodus's Blood In, Blood Out album. I think he did the cover of that one as well.
Okay, cool.
So I think he's done a lot of famous covers.
A lot of his stuff's kind of gory. We're definitely not as gory.
Right.
No.
We had to explain to him we were kind of like sort of one of the galactic kind of album cover. So sort of
Yeah.
what fits the music.
Yeah, we asked him for two dimensions melting into each other, kind of like an acid trip kind of a look. And I think he pulled that off in the background, pretty decently. I don't know how I would have pulled that off, but, he took the idea and ran with it.
Yeah, I think it's an oil painting. It looks like.
Yeah, I'm not sure how he actually does it. I don't know if he has software that he just draws on like an iPad, if he draws it that way, I'm not sure. But yeah, it turned out great.
I think he draws it first and then he does the painting.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He renders.
Probably draws
he
it.
would, Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, you can pretty much do everything on a computer these days. So if it looks like an oil painting, it doesn't mean nothing in reality.
Right.
So what I think is funny about your band name is Gross Reality doesn't sound like a thrash band.
It might have back in 1991 when the band name came out. That was 30 years ago. Is when Jason and I first got together.
We have some
And it's been 30.
cassettes floating around that are pretty terrible.
Oh yeah.
I at first thought it might be death metal because gross is a strong word you would use in lyrics for, I don't know, decapitation and stuff like that, and disembowelment and
It started
gory
off that
stuff.
way. We started off probably a little more like on the death metal direction.
Right.
And evolved. It evolved into what it is now. That took a very long time for us to bring other influences in.
Yeah.
Like-
Our very first singer had a very death metal vocal tone to him, so it probably would have fit that a lot better. But I don't think we ever recorded anything. Well, we did record like a 3-song EP with them, I think, but that's buried in a closet by now somewhere. I don't even think I have a copy of it.
Well, those
Jason,
cassettes-
you might have the masters to that Glenn, the one with Glenn. Who knows that demo? Anyways, it's awful.
I was doing a little digging on you guys to be better prepared to speak to you face to face. So yeah, I stumbled upon the demo of Human Resign, and I think the underground really wants a re-release of that. Will this ever happen?
I'm not sure. Human Resign, that was all that was kind of a teaser. It was 4 songs off of the Overthrow album. So, I mean, it's because before we had Dive Bomb Records picked it up, you know, they warned us against releasing too much, and we were anxious to get it out because it took us about a year to get that Dive Bomb distribution, and so we were just anxious to get it out. So we picked 4 songs and just threw it out, you know, and produced it ourselves, and just printed, I don't know, maybe 100, 500 CDs or so, and just threw them out to whoever would take them, you know, at that point. So it's basically just 4 songs off of the Overthrow album.
Yeah, we set up a CD compact disc release show.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So how about new stuff?
New stuff? Well,
take
new
that?
stuff's coming along quite well, I think. What you guys say?
Yeah, it is. It's we're so far we've got about 5 songs where we have the music pretty much all the way down. The vocals usually come after that. But yeah, we're already starting to look. We asked our producer from the first 2 albums, you know, what his schedule is. So he's booked up all the way through October. So probably our first chance to record would be November if we went with him. So we've been looking at other opportunities, you know, for other producers to do the recording also. So we're just working out the logistics for that. But you know, we got a good mindset. We got really good momentum going as far as writing the new stuff. So I'm thinking probably next year, 2022, is when the new one should. Yeah,
That's the goal.
once we get everything.
Yeah.
Right. Once we get everything worked out with Dive Bomb and they get a release date, because I know they have certain dates, because we had to wait for Escaping Gravity. I think we had that finished in January of 2017, and they didn't release that until August of 2017.
Okay.
For some reason, record companies, they like to have specific release dates, you know, at certain parts of the year. So that's above my head, but that's the way they like it.
Yeah, it's movies got that too. So
Right.
no one knows.
That's all the manufacturing, especially with vinyl. I don't know if we're gonna make. Hopefully, we can reissue the first 2 records on vinyl. That's
Yeah.
another goal.
I think
Yes.
I think we really should reach for
Probably
that.
on
I'd like to do that.
Yeah,
Dive Bomb itself, compact disc. We kind of want. I want that gatefold with the oil painting. Like,
Yes.
Right.
I
Yes.
really crave that. You know, I'm a collector, and I don't have my own records. Like
Right.
do that.
Yeah, I can
Just
totally
did
understand that.
recently with the producer, and we just need to remaster them for vinyl, and then get together with the money, and then manufacturing for vinyl is really set back, so that's going to be a while for sure.
One day soon, in the next year or so.
Yeah, it'll definitely happen before we all croak.
Maybe we can get to some records, get the records out before the new album. That would be good. I'm not going to say that's going to happen because it's a lot of money, and we don't know how long it would take for them to make the vinyl.
Go
Right.
fund me.
Yeah, right. GoFundMe, that might work. Well, I do have my Powerball tickets ready to go, so it could happen tomorrow.
You know, with luck.
Right.
That would be very nice. I probably would buy me some vaccine if I would win in the lottery, because I'm sick and tired of people around me getting vaccine because they got a job, an essential job or stuff like that. and I'm a diabetic with high blood pressure, and I'm waiting and waiting.
Oh,
And
I hope you can get it soon.
Yeah.
yeah, I read, my girlfriend said it to me a few minutes ago, that maybe in May all people in Germany can just go to the doctor and say, okay, put it in me.
Yeah,
Right.
it's kind of that way here. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is by now.
Yeah, we have all the vaccines now. First we had all the
Yeah.
deaths, now we have all the vaccines. I've been fully vaccinated, which is a bit of a relief personally.
Congratulations.
I was on the, yeah, thank you.
I'm half gross or half vaxxed. I'm fully gross. Half vaxxed. I get my next vaccination Friday, so if you want to Skype me on Saturday, it might be kind of ugly.
Yeah, it's great to hear.
The second one's the rough one.
And it's great to hear that you guys are, open for vaccination.
We're ready to play. Well, album first, but we do love playing live.
For sure.
Yeah, don't pull the John Schaefer on me.
Oh, yeah.
Never.
Was that the
Oh,
Iced Earth guy?
Yeah, that was a real blow for me, because
Yeah.
I was a big fan of the band, and the whole conspiracy theory shenanigans. It was crystal clear to every fan that he's a bit far out there, but no one expected shit like this to happen, and it was like, oh, really? Fuck.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah, I
can-
of course reality.
Yeah, I can assure you we're not going to be storming any castles lately.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. We're not too far away from that. We're in the deep south.
Yeah. So, back to the interview part of this chat. What brought you guys into thrash metal, and why is your sound so different to all the Slayer creator copycats that came out when you guys formed?
I would say that we probably were, the Slayer copycat, when we first got together, back in '91. How I got into thrash, it was, just buddies in school, just throwing me tapes and saying, hey, listen to this, and, fell in love with it. But
I was already in a thrash band in Raleigh, but it kind of fell apart. And it was my way of sort of a vengeance. I was going to create this band that they couldn't touch. And then I met Daniel, and we saw eye to eye on thrash metal, and we knew as soon as we met that we were going to kind of form a band. We didn't have a name yet.
Right. Yeah. So it did start with just Jason and I jamming, and then upstairs, was that the hippie house?
Yeah, it was called the
Yeah.
Hip House, and my parents had a side little abandoned two-story house that I turned into my jam space. That's where I pound out and disturb the neighbors and have the police over every weekend.
Yeah, so it just started off with Jason up there jamming, and I think we first started playing a couple death songs off of the Leprosy album. There was two of them, I think, Born Dead and I forget what the other one was, so I'll remember it in a minute. But anyways, we were just playing those covers, just to kind of gel, a little bit, and that was a lot of fun. And then we recruited a couple other guys. But as far as the sound, kind of evolving, we started off just straight thrash, and just through the years, I guess, getting older and, getting into more influences, I think like Pink Floyd and bands like Mr. Bungle and things like that, kind of shaped our sound a little bit more. I don't know. And then out of just necessity, because we could never find a singer, it was just kind of like, all right, I guess one of us has got to do it, because we just can't find anybody. Right. It just went. Well, see, the funny thing about it was Overthrow. All three of us were supposed to sing on that album. Roland was supposed to sing. I was going to sing the majority of it, and then Jason was going to sing a song.
Yeah, I'm a screaming vocalist, so yeah.
Right, but we never really
screaming drummer.
We never practiced it, and I never sang at practice. before we recorded that album. And so I think the first time that Roland and Jason ever heard the vocals for that were in the studio. I think because when we went into the studio, when we booked the time, we were just going to do those songs instrumentally. And because, just so we could have them, I don't think we had any idea of releasing them. But once we got in the studio, it turned out, pretty good. And the vocals sounded a lot better than we thought they would, because I don't think any of us were very...
We found out Daniel actually has a voice.
Yeah, I mean, we found that out on the fly. And so a lot of those songs were written in the hotel room the night before we recorded them. The lyrics were. Because most of the songs were just unfinished. We weren't really prepared for Overthrow, at all. But somehow we made it happen. And then a lot of the harmonies and everything came from the producer, Jamie. And he said, what about that singy part that you do right here? Why don't you put a harmony on her? And then we just went crazy. We can harmonize that and this and this and this. And that's why Escaping Gravity is just kind of overloaded with it, because we went on a big kick, with singing, harmonizing parts. But I think this album's it's gonna have a little bit of that, but it's gonna be a little bit more on the more rougher side,
Definitely, it's a lot more. It's faster, heavier. It's probably gonna be less colors on the
new one you're talking about.
On the next album cover.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit less progressive, I think, and a little bit more thrash, a little bit more of the just straightforward,
I
think still
it's gonna get sort of hyper thrash, as I like to call it. Some of the parts, it's really darker, faster. We're just kind of fed up. You can tell, because we already made Escaping Gravity, so and some of those songs were developing in 1996 as like 20-minute piece, like just epic things. And so some of the songs, are shortened to like 4.5 minutes. It used to be like 17 minutes or something.
Yeah, because Generation 36 and Overthrow and Escaping Gravity used to be one long 20-minute song that got split into 3 different songs.
We'll play it live one day.
Right.
You have to come to Germany. I would have to come to the States one day.
Right.
We're going to come to you.
Yeah.
Both and all.
Yeah, we do it all.
See, you're smarter over there. You like Gross Reality.
Yes. And I already told Daniel that I read a few reviews to prepare myself for this chat and interview, and I couldn't find one in German that was not hilariously in love.
Wow.
That's good to hear.
One guy said, he said, your music is so addictive, like a mixture of chocolate, crack, and sex.
Yeah,
I don't know about the crack part, but I dig the rest.
Yeah,
I gotta work on my German.
we've heard that from I don't know, audience members, sort of.
Yeah, although I think you could really, if you were to in Germany, I think people would go fucking crazy.
Yeah, true thrash fans, 100. Are.
We'll start planning our German tour for 2022. Something like that.
All of Europe is like
hop along to
metal.
On someone well known, one of those bands that got popular without being worth of it, and steal their fans.
Yeah, be all right with that.
That's the trick. When we at that point of the interview, what would be your dream tour? With which bands would you love to tour? No matter how old, how popular.
What bands to tour with?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Wow,
it's a tough one.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
like bands like Creator would be a dream.
Yeah, Creator would be awesome. I mean, like
Voivod, sort of spacey like us, or we're like them.
Yeah, like this bigger like.
I did a little short tour with Destruction from Germany once with a different band. So that's another. It would be great to play with Destruction with this band because this band's really it's to the core with me. It's like Gross Reality is not. It was like with Daniel and I we started it. So
Yeah.
joining another band and touring and doing it was fun, but I'd like to do that with this band and other like-minded thrash bands.
They did give Schmier a
Mix
Gross
it
Reality
up,
album, and he gave us a thumbs up.
As long as it's under one flag of metal, there's like so many subgenres. I don't mind if we play with a plethora of different styles of metal to get more ears open to our style of thrash, which is hopefully unique since it's not just what I call pizza thrash. Just the party. A little more depth and
there won't be any green slime on our album covers anytime soon.
I love pizza from time to time.
Yeah, you're not gonna
I
see
like
that on our covers, or we partied enough. I got Topo Chico mineral water.
What is that?
Oh, it's a Topo Chico. It's great. It's mineral water.
Mineral water. Yeah, I got
I party hard.
Self-made.
Party hard these days.
Yeah, it could
But,
be.
but other bands that would be cool, like just to hang out with. I think the guys in Overkill would be fun. We've met, Bobby Blitz, in out in New Jersey, and he was an awesome guy. I think that's pretty much the standard on what everybody says about him. And Violence. We had a show booked with Violence, and it got canceled 6 days before it happened. Because of the lockdown. Everything went on lockdown. And I saw things, lockdown, like sporting events canceled. And I was like, don't cancel the Violence show. We were about to open up for Violence, and 6 days before that show went on, they were coming to Raleigh, and it got canceled, and that was just the biggest fucking bummer.
They originally rescheduled it for like June of last year, and of course that was recanceled, and then I think it was scheduled a couple times. So
it ended up being March of this year, and that got canceled again. And finally, it just got, instead of being postponed, they just said fuck it and canceled it. Until everything goes back to normal. So
It'll never be normal. Well, when we start playing shows again.
Right. Hopefully we can make that happen again. But that was a huge bummer.
I think next year will work. I really think that, because if everyone in Germany will be vaccinated or will have the opportunity to do so in May, and you guys are on a brutal way to vaccinate everything that moves in the States, that's fucking great. It's like it moves. Okay. And I think that will work out. I'm sad there will be no concerts for me in this year, I think, but heavy metal will be back with a vengeance. I'm pretty sure.
There's going to be so much. So many albums are going to be released. I think everyone's just trapped, and you have this creativity that has to be released, and it's the only thing that makes the world seem sort of, not normal, but you got to kind of move on and have fun. And
I miss shows so much, both playing and just going to them. I feel like the Raleigh scene around here, I love, and just it's been for a year plus to have everything, no shows for a while. There were shows every weekend that were totally worth going to.
Yeah, it'd be Tuesday night.
Oh yeah.
And there's like 3 clubs competing with 3 great shows. It's like, it's great, but
I'm optimistic about the future, hopeful.
There's a lot going on. Yeah,
Me
if you
too.
come over to Raleigh, North Carolina, this area, the Triangle, it's just music is like priority around this area. All sorts of music.
Yeah, fantastic, vibrant scene. Everyone's just like cool.
Lots of metal.
I get the feeling that heavy metal and the fans and the musicians at the moment, it feels like a long distance relationship where we don't get to see each other, and the longing gets so great. And it's like you think of a gig you visited a few years ago, and it's like I just want to be back there. I have a ticket hanging on the wall here from 2013, where Grand Magus, Angel Witch, and Enforcer played in the same evening, and I was there, and I can't remember how great that was.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I just remember at that moment I was a really great fan of Grand Magus, so it was like, fuck those other bands. I'm just standing here waiting for Grand Magus, and now I'm sitting here looking at that ticket and think, oh my god, I would kill a man to to do this tonight. Yeah.
I've seen there's very few shows that stand out like that. That's what we want to get back to. If everyone gets, if there are enough people get vaccinated and open up all the venues.
Yeah, hoping. Yeah, I think
back to that again. It'd be great.
It's easy to forget how.
I was thinking about a show at the brewery with Napalm Death and Godflesh and I forget who else. It was just one of those shows. It's like Neurosis. Yes.
Oh wow, I remember that show. That was a long time ago. Wow.
I was probably for Neurosis.
Yeah.
Walked in there in Godflesh, just right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for me, it's easy to forget just how good it feels to just be in a space where it's so loud, where you can feel the bass drum, where you can really feel the amps. I really realized how much going to a show or playing a show it's more than just listening to music, because you can feel it in a different way, and that affects you physically and feels good. Feels good when it's loud.
I try to recreate that in the band room. my kick drum up to a PA, but it's not the same.
Yeah. Well, we can definitely take this time.
New record for sure.
Yeah, with the new record, we got a new guitar player. Introducing
Dylan
Mr. Dylan Glotzer. So you're gonna hear a lot more intricate guitar work. A lot of stuff that he works well with Roland.
Yeah, Roland, who Daniel mentioned a few times. He's great. He's been with you since 1990.
94.
Yeah.
Right.
So I've only been around since 2017. But I think we can kind of match our wavelengths together. And yeah, the new stuff, we got a lot of cool, dual guitar, parts. So
yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, because as you figured already, I'm a big fan. So
yeah, we're all big fans of the dual leads and harmony guitars.
Yeah, it's a shame that Roland couldn't be on, because he is pretty much the engine that kind of drives us. He's our practice guy. He's the one that cracks the whip. Let's practice.
Yes.
And he's pretty much our initial songwriter. He's the one that comes up with the majority of the riffs. And he sits at home in his little laboratory. Then brings out practice.
That's where he's at now. He's just working on.
I think that's what it is. He's tirelessly.
He'd rather be just working on the new records than chatting.
Yeah,
no, he's definitely
a real genius. He really has.
I think it's his homework to do. It's like, here's your homework.
I need
to listen to that CD.
That's kind of the way we write. He'll demo it out. Even put little simple drum tracks, nothing that actually makes the album, but just the timing of it. And then he'll give it to us, and then we kind of hash it out at practice. And that's where Jason throws in his wizardry. Dylan adds his parts. We kind of build the song. Then kind of demo it out. Then he goes back and tries his best to program the drums. That Jason writes.
Yeah, to make the way I played it.
Right, to make them as close as possible. Then I'll go back and try to throw some vocals on top of it. So that's usually kind of how the writing process goes. But Roland's always the genesis of every song that we've ever done.
Yeah. He did all guitar harmonies, on the first 2 records.
Yeah.
All you hear throughout, that's all Roland.
Yeah, all that's the first
He's,
2 albums.
he's sort of the mastermind.
Right.
We couldn't believe it when we found him in 1994. It was like you're not going anywhere. You're like you're out. You're like,
Yeah.
So he's like the super villain in the background. Yeah, that's the reason, because he's not on the cam, because
the
he's
reason why we're still together.
doing all the stuff.
If we didn't have Rowan, I don't know if we'd be having this interview.
Yeah, I mean it's yeah. He's definitely been the driving force.
I don't know if we would, we found him and it was like, wow, we can really have a great band. And Daniel was like, you have to play bass.
That's true. Yes, I did get kicked off a guitar. Full disclosure, I started this band as a guitar player and got kicked off of it because I kind of sucked.
We started off with 2 other guitarists,
Right. But I think it was just because I was younger. That's what it was. I was like 18 and the other guys were like 23. And they're like, you're younger. You have to play bass or beat it.
It was like that.
Okay. I think that's kind of how it went down.
I wasn't totally on board with that because I was like, you and I, it's been Daniel and I through thick and thin, no matter what happened with Gross Reality, we're sitting there just alone when everyone had left. I didn't we got back up, we got knocked down, but we're like, we're going to make this happen. We still have that passion for thrash and, making records and writing music. And that's what we're still doing. Even though we're not as young, we still have that feel, get behind the kit when I play with the band and feel like, feels great.
Yeah.
Is any one of you a gamer by chance?
What's that?
Any one of you a gamer playing video games?
Yeah, absolutely love it. Yes, absolutely love.
You can tell by some of our the lyrics.
Yeah, Daniel and Roland do. I do a little bit, not a ton, just here and there.
Are you familiar with games like Final Fantasy?
Yeah.
I was thinking about that when you guys broke up in the 90s and reformed later on again and came back with a whole different sound and skilled as fuck, literally.
I had a long time to marinate.
I imagined that you just been circling around the town, grinding and leveling up to finally beat the boss.
Yes, something like that.
I never stopped. During that hiatus, I went on and I played in a band called Slugnut for 12 years. I wrote 2 albums. I was on one of those albums called All the Splendor and Rot, and I'm busy with another band called Kiff, Just for Fools, and Midnight Sun. So I never stopped, and there's multiple releases I have out there with other bands, and one day it just hit me. I was like, oh man, it's like, I'm playing like all these styles, but I don't have thrash. I don't have Gross Reality, and I just wanted it back so bad, and I just sent those guys a message. Hey, I'm ready. You guys ready to thrash again? And it was like immediately, yes. They've been waiting. It was like anticipation for me to finally say yes again. And this has been since 2009. We've been gung ho about writing and recording, playing live, being Gross Reality again.
Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah, and it's for me, it's absolute madness that this band is not well known, really well known, because I got acquainted to Daniel over Facebook. It was one of those posts where I asked people to send me a link to their music because I wanted to review them, and yeah, one of those links was Gross Reality link from Daniel, and it was like, okay, I checked that out, and it was like, what the fuck? How do I not know this band? This,
Yeah,
was
why
like
don't you know about us, world?
yeah,
Yeah.
it felt like sleeping on Annihilator for 20 years, you know, but unreal.
Yeah, I think there was real,
Kinda
like,
tucked
I could
away
say this
here,
because it
and,
was on the albums, but I think there's real, just like a special chemistry there for sure. Like, yeah, there's pieces that don't really sound like anybody else, and I don't know. There's a special magic, I think, to Gross Reality. I think so.
Yes,
I've enjoyed
totally.
being in the band for a little while now. For that
And
reason.
I think it's funny that you said you found out that you have a voice on the go.
That's true. Yeah.
Very similar to the Metallica story. They all almost yeah, changed James Hetfield for John Bush
Right.
in the process, and it never came to be. But not interesting nonetheless. And yeah, most people that reviewed Gross Reality praise your vocals really to a massive amount. So I think that's pretty funny. Yeah, Good Will Hunting. Oh, I'm a genius. What the fuck?
yeah, we
Okay.
think it's great too. I mean, we don't blow his head up too much.
But yeah, well, no, it's I've seen some reviews out there. One guy that sticks with me. They're like, the singer never shuts up, and I was just like, fuck.
Yeah, we get a lot of criticism with the vocals around here. Fuck them. We
Yeah.
write for us.
Yeah, and you play fucking fast. It's
Fucking bastards. Critics are critics. Ones that can't do.
I always try to be fair. So if some bands ask me, I really sometimes have to say I can't review your music because it's too far out of my comfort zone, and some music is really agitating to me. It really makes me furious to listen to black metal. For instance, it's like, okay, yeah, fuck
Different
you.
feeling.
Yeah, I know what you mean. There's
I love black metal. I like that. Sometimes I want to, light all the candles in the room and put on get in the bath and take a bathery.
gotta try and be
You don't
kind,
want to see that.
not
This time it's blood.
be too loud with some stuff that I just don't like. But I'm not gonna share it. I'm not gonna be too open about that. I'll just
We're
Keep us,
gross
yeah.
behind the camera.
We keep it real here on
Yeah.
Schwermetallisch, so
Yeah.
I can say I really hate everything that is like Eurodance
Yeah.
or techno stuff like that. It's really
Do the music's this pogo stick.
yeah. What the fuck is up with that? I don't get it. Like what?
That's humanity. The world is gross. So we're trying
Yeah.
to shine the light on that.
That's right. So I have one final question for you guys, and it goes like this: once everything opens up again and for real, like people are vaccinated and stuff like that, and no one has to be scared anymore, what is the first thing you guys will do?
Well, now I want to come to Germany. That's what I want to do.
Right. Yes.
But I mean,
Yeah,
just play
Come to
play
Europe.
shows.
Yeah, travel.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of North Carolina.
Get some mosh pits.
Other cities seem to definitely take us in. You come back home and like few people. We definitely have a little core of friends, fans, and but we go play New Jersey and it's like, it take you a little more they take you seriously when you go out of state. When you seem like you care more.
That's true.
Especially Europe. You go over there, it's, wow. I think the fans are really appreciative that you made the trip to come over there and play some heavy metal.
Yeah, New Jersey.
That's what I want to do when everything opens up. Is get the new album out and be able to play live all over. You know,
Definitely. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's all.
you-
available. Where it's safe, safe enough.
if you guys ever visit New Jersey, make sure to visit the bakery of Bobby Blitz and his wife.
That's right. They told
Oh,
us
wow.
about it. We heard about that.
And I want at some point I just want to make an interview with Bobby Blitz talking about bakery stuff.
Yeah.
That's on baking.
Recipes about Blitz.
Maybe with
Yeah.
the desk and pieces of bakery stuff just lying there, and he tells about cakes and stuff. Yeah. I got a
He sounds
picture
like that
of
when
him
you
on my
said it.
profile. Bakery, yeah.
We love Bobby Blitz. He is just one of our, big influence on us. Dee Dee Verning,
Yeah, best
Rat
bass sound
Skates.
metal.
Bobby Gustafson, who's now in Violence. Sid Flack. We love Overkill. New Jersey is a good metal scene there. They like Gross Reality when we played the New Jersey Metal Fest, and that was kind of odd for us to be there, but there's internet radio guys got us.
Yeah, and Blitz was the MC that night for the
Yeah.
New Jersey Metal Fest. He was announcing most of the bands, which was pretty cool to watch. He was cool. He was hanging out like he was a regular guy. It was awesome.
He sang later. He sang with like an all-star
Right.
band. They did covers. They did Thin Lizzy and what else? Black Sabbath.
They did Power Surge also.
Yeah, the Power Surge. Yeah, drummer screwed up.
Yeah,
I didn't mess up. I didn't screw up.
yeah. They were playing with Generation
They were
Kill.
great. It's a live, it's a live moment. Love that.
Now I want to go to that festival.
Yeah.
Never been to the States, but yeah.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite song on Escaping Gravity?
Ugh. It's really hard to put the finger on that because I always listen to the complete album.
Okay,
To be honest,
That's
It's
good.
like-
That's good. That's a great answer.
and it's like you guys go full throttle from second one.
It's
so-
kind of an adventure. Like
Yeah.
it's like you can't just jump in the middle of the story, kind of thing, of that album.
with some bands it doesn't make sense to pick up one song, and as the guy I read the review of mentioned it's one big hit from A to Z. It's one big hit.
I'm not the interviewer, so yeah. So just I'll stick
Yeah,
to drums.
guys, you're free to ask questions. It's a democracy.
Drummer mom.
Channel. Nutritional effects of a drummer. Okay, yeah.
Not just a drummer. I mean, I do play, strum some guitar, but drums are really fun. Just get it out. But anyway,
Hang on
we're
stuff.
back. We're gonna hopefully next year we'll come see you,
Yeah, I will.
or a year after.
If everything goes according to my plan, we all will be vaccinated, and we will have shows. Maybe some venues will be gone by that time, and that will suck. But I think we will have new venues and new opportunities to see shows, and people will try to organize stuff, and it will be something new. I think. Something
Definitely.
different.
We're very appreciative of you, taking notice to our band.
Right.
After all these years, it does means a lot to us. To be able to do something like this and spread the word about Gross Reality.
I did again before the interview. Yeah, I said it was like if you don't know gross reality and you dig thrash metal, you better check them out and hold on to your butts. Yeah, that's it. If I'm passionate about something, I want people to check it out, and I don't know how to put it, but I got a taste that is pretty universal. So if I like something, people hop along sometimes, and sometimes that's
Keep the
good for.
production level where the other two albums are and not go backwards. You know, they should sound just as good.
Yeah, I
Go
will.
back.
We can do another one if the new stuff is out and
Yeah.
talk about the new record then.
That'd be great.
Okay, we'll give you dibs on the first listen.
Yeah,
Sure. Oh,
you
yeah.
definitely will have a. You
I'm looking forward to that. So thanks for having me, guys, and thanks for taking the
Likewise.
time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely, thank you.
I appreciate it.
And yeah, the world is gross, and we'll see you soon.
Have a nice day.
See you guys.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.